of satisfaction or other forms of working on yourself as a subject. Sometimes a process that can make you deeply unhappy.
I think you've highlighted a really important point there in terms of going also beyond economic indicators and all the work being done at the moment of saying how do we get beyond simple GDP measures of national scorecards. The French Presidential Commission looking at well-being indicators and happiness indicators and so forth. So there's a rich field when we look at valuation to say, how do we make this more broadly based?
I went to a senior citizens presentation at the weekend of awards for community awards for seniors, and my uncle Pat, who has just got his licence again at 85, is a volunteer driver and drives, picks up people from Central Station and the airport and takes them to hospital and places like that. And I went to the ceremony and I was told there were 59 awards being presented, and myself and my family's jaws dropped and we thought this is going to be a long afternoon. But thanks to the art component, it wasn't. And they employed an MC who was a comedian as well. They had an aerial artist who, amazingly, in the City Recital Hall, came down on like a sheet and was doing daring do stuff, and also a jazz singer, and they had a backup band. So for each of the 59 recipients, they were sort of had a musical riff to get them on and off, and the afternoon passed quickly. Everybody was amused. There were smiles galore, and I thought, well, there's a great intrinsic value of arts and well worth the investment, I think. Any more questions? Yes, here. This woman here.
Hi, thanks, Susanna. I really enjoyed your presentation, and I think your proposition of a multidisciplinary approach I find that very exciting. I'm a cultural researcher, and I do agree with that proposition. But the question that sparks for me is that I feel that artists and researchers of different disciplines will have different questions to ask of valuations, so that me as a cultural researcher is much more interested in artist practice, and I would think artists, would value different things as well than what an economist values. So how do you, when you're talking about consistency and moving forward, how do we, bring together all those different needs, the need for the artist for these valuations that I think, need to be more about the improvement of their practice as opposed to saying, yes, you're doing a good job because, 5 jobs were created. So whereas an artist wouldn't, not all artists would see